So one of the biggest challenges that security managers are being faced with today is policy management in the cloud. And really when you think about it from a multi-cloud perspective, you have security policies in each ecosystem that you're trying to maintain and trying to manipulate given your kind of very rapid DevOps approach to pushing out content and pushing out new business applications. So working with the business owners to manage that content, then manage the actual policies around that content, it's a huge conundrum that these security managers are really being faced with today. So what we're starting to see now is there's vendors and different services that are trying to connect those ecosystems in between those various cloud environments. And it could be within one cloud environment, or it could be within multiple different cloud environments, private, public, hybrid, et cetera. So one of the biggest things that we're starting to see now is security managers trying to manage an end-to-end security policy across clouds. Now it's a novel approach, right, to really trying to secure your cloud ecosystems. And I would say it's almost like a 70-30, right? Like 70% is going to be consistent across those cloud ecosystems, but 30% there's going to be variations, predominantly because the services that you're consuming in those cloud ecosystems are vastly different, right? The way that they consume and produce the virtual machines, the storage, the networking, and the memory is very different from different cloud ecosystems. So to have a consistent policy across all the environments that's pretty much ubiquitous, it's almost irrelevant, right? You really need to kind of look at it from each ecosystem being discrete, but having consistency across. That's that kind of 70%, right? In terms of like a template or a baseline approach to your cloud ecosystems. And I would say the same is true for SaaS environments as well. You can't apply the same sort of policies in a SaaS environment as you can within a IaaS or PaaS environment. So in a SaaS world, it'd be the same thing, having those standards that you would kind of apply to all your cloud ecosystems, but then the variation in that you don't control the actual infrastructure. You don't have the ability to manipulate the platform itself, but you only have the SaaS area. So I think it's like a 70-30 where you start to see that consistency. So I think that honestly the best approach that I'm seeing probably the most effective in many enterprise environments is when they look at it from a baseline template perspective, but really working with the business lines. Because ultimately these businesses are rapidly moving to the cloud. Some are doing it with the support of the CIO's office, the IT department. Others are not. Others are moving at the rate of their business, not at the rate of their IT support organization. We like to always think about it as security being the brakes to allow the business car to go faster. So for us, we have to think about it, how do we enable our businesses to go faster? So working within their ecosystem. So I think templates are huge. I think providing business consultation so that businesses can understand what are some of the things they must factor in that migration and that movement to cloud and that rapid DevOps environment, but also not prevent a barrier for them to enter that space. And then I think lastly, in terms of just pure policy management, once that's up and running, I think there is a gap in the market today when it comes to connecting those cloud ecosystems and providing a single pane of glass. Because if you think about it, how do you actually control a cloud ecosystem without visibility into the policies you put in place, how you actually enforce them? So if you're not able to enforce them and monitor them, how do you know your policy is even effective in the first place?